这一次不能爬。哦 ，A 加，可以考虑。看，那也是人，哦对。看着我。
Please select a deployment point.
Oh. 好换。来吧。
The map has been updated.
多少 ？BB。啊？你就 OK 啊？那。
Analysis complete.
There's a glyph blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the path. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
贵金属。不是。
Please select a deployment point. Please select a deployment point.
There's a lot of erosion in that tunnel. Could come down any minute. Watch your step.
哦，所以不要乱跑，会比较好。 哇，这边有悬崖，
You have arrived. Buddy has infiltrated.
别跟我
and
说
the
笑
map
吧
has been updated.
这边哪里有悬崖？
You've reached the objective area. Now look for the target. I just hope he's alive.
这是无己无知。附近都没生物。哦有。
The map has been updated.
嗯？靠近了。这老鼠哦，走开走开，他不理我，那真是欠打。哦，车子，小孩可以跟着车子一起回家。这边不是这样。又有车子，然后这边人都不太少。这里没什么人嘞。就是被线人骗了。在这里。恶魔之家，哦，干，里面好多人，插不进去。在这里，我靠腰哦！也太恐怖了吧！
Please select a deployment point.
极限不能掩护我。哦，这边是三小。还活着吗他？耶，睡不着了。哦，他还把哦。我还讲中文呢。 干，总流太多了吧？呜、
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a deployment
从
point.
这边吧。那也太多了吧？
There's something embedded in their throats. What the hell is that for?
哦，好像都还活着。
What is that?
嗯，
Boss, here's your body.
啊，好想吃老鼠。老鼠也太多了吧？啊，在那边。哦哦哦哦！小爆裂！我这个不赢了。好恶哦！身为 BOSS 还要支撑上位，能不能带人？上面好多。还有救吗？
Shabani, your boy sent me. Vamon.
有来了。哦，克洛南。
Enjemo signet och banetod.
嘣！
Då går be Kebun.
Oh.
You
Eee.
burn with the rest of them.
不，又是他。哎，固定。是啊。 OK。
Support helicopter requested.
哦，
What the hell is that? Run, boss. It's him again. You can't let him catch you, boss. Get out of there.
哦，逃出去了
The。chopper touched down past the tunnel. Get over there now. Take cover, boss. He spotted you. He's coming.
哦。哦，干！哎，
I know it's risky, but I'm changing the LZ closer to your position. First stop him, then call in the chopper. Alright, that LZ. We'll stand by.
怎么让他不打了？
Support helicopter has arrived.
干，不能吧？这哪里啊？这敌人？
Reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water.
靠！哎，不是。哇！我不知道他在那边。
Snake, talk to me! Snake!
Snake， 烦嘞！哦，
The tunnel's locked. Boss, I know it's risky, but I'm changing the LZ closer to your position. First stop him, then call in the chopper. He spotted you. He's coming.
哦！
Reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water.
啊！干，这里中弹！啊，谁先拿？谁先拿？
Your bullets aren't hitting him.
怎么办？怎么办？不能过啊！现在嘞？啊！哦！啊！哦！改成跳下去好了，不管。啊！点个重来！啊！啊！
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
这个难哦。
The tunnel's blocked. Boss, I know it's risky, but I'm changing the LZ closer to your position. First stop him, then call in the chopper.
小贼呼叫了。
Please select support helicopter requested.
怎么拉动难不得啊？
An old reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. Being avoided water. I'll send the chopper. He'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop it before it arrives.
怎么拉动难不得？
The chopper is defenseless while it's coming in the land. You need to stop him before you call it in.
哦，了解。哦，还好吧。
Please select a landing. The support helicopter requested.
快了，快了！用水洒它这样子。
I'll send a chopper. He'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop him before it arrives.
哦，
He spotted you. He's coming. Arrive at LZ. Stand by.
神机，神机，神机！哦耶！哦哦，这样可以过。耶，去死啦！快走啊！啊，过。
Extraction arrived at
Mhm.
Mother Base.
Mission complete. Great work.
比啊，
Skullface. So he was in Africa after all. Working behind the scenes. Even that man on fire at his beck and call. But what the hell was going on at the Devil's house? Earphones embedded in people's throats. Tapes playing voices. And those lumps on their chests. They look like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground. But we were recording audio the whole time you were there. We'll conduct a thorough analysis of it.
不错的后援。死者工厂晋级哼歌
Good. You captured it alive.
8个，生活放不是我的。叮叮叮叮叮叮，哦，支援 A 加，哦，外科医生。哭了。 抽烟了。哦。哦。
Clouds approaching.
Word has it that a Western arms dealer is going to be inspecting a CFA outpost. It appears he's involved with nuclear weapons development in the area. My hunch is that this guy is somehow connected to Cypher. We know Skullface is working through PFs in the region. Anyway, it just so happens a job connected to this inspection has come in. Take a look at your iDroid.
扩建，
Boss,
没游戏。
those animals owe you their lives. Thank you.
Supplies requested.
啊，干！
Supply drop complete.
哦，看到了。哦，靠背。boss 吓到。哦。
Boss, will you train with me?
好。
Thanks for that, boss. Thanks for that, boss.
，Boss, about those invalids you saw in that devil's house.
Poor bastards. All strapped down to the beds, with those lumps on their chest.
The medical staff tell me they were probably a type of cyst.
Cysts can get that big.
In some cases, Roger. But supposing they're a kind of atheroma forming on the surface of the skin, the size is just too big, and the appearance is all wrong. In the end, the medical team were at a loss. Those lumps were like nothing they'd ever seen. The fluid you said you got on your prosthesis when you touched one was burned off in the fighting, and the factory burned down too. None of the tests we did once you were back at the base revealed a pathogen that could have caused them. Meaning we don't have a single sample to work with.
Everything went up in flames.
What worries the medical team most is whether it's contagious. Whether there's a chance we could end up like that. And Mother Base's sanitation control has always been strict. After all, war is great at transporting diseases. For the time being, at least. There's no sign of contagion or any symptoms that could be related. One more thing. About the surgery that had been performed on the people in the Devil's House.
Yeah,
You said that their throats were cut open, with an acoustic tube pushed inside?
right. The tubes were hooked up to tape recorders playing some kind of audio.
对，我还没听完呢。那让我听完吧。哦，
Mission list updated.
挺好奇的。
One more thing. About the surgery that had been performed on the people in the Devil's House.
Yeah,
You said that their throats were cut open, with an acoustic tube pushed inside?
right. The tubes were hooked up to tape recorders playing some kind of audio.
Well, we picked up some of that audio through your radio transmissions and recorded it here. The intel team has been working on analyzing the communications log.
What have they found?
There's nothing tying the contents together. We've got a report on 3 deaths in a car accident on the auto route near Marseille. Protests outside the Libyan embassy in London, a press conference with the former Prime Minister of Sweden, a 4-month-old weather forecast for Balikpapan, and then commercials for appliances, cough syrup, and TV dinners. Assuming they're not all staged, they come off as recordings of your average public broadcasts.
Public broadcasts. Just radio and TV signals.
Yes, and from all over the world. We're looking into whether they're genuine or not, just to be sure. What else? A speech that sounds like it was recorded out on the street, and people chatting about how this year's tomato crop did.
And there's nothing they haven't
很烂
done.
的。
We're partway through the cryptanalysis. That includes checking all audio ranges and running it backward and at different speeds. Then there's vocabulary breakdown for political suggestions,
哇，
ideological
暗号真
content
是
points.
很多。
But I don't think it's going to get us anywhere.
Where were the recordings made?
There's nothing linking them from that angle either. Just like you reported, we've detected virtually every major language there is. French, German, Italian, Spanish, including South American accents. Then there's Russian, Hindi, Arabic, Portuguese,
Hindi.
Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese.
They're nothing if not
Japanese.
thorough.
Well, I don't know if we've got them all covered. Ignoring the ones that have gone extinct, supposedly over 5,000 languages exist today. Besides, English isn't one of the ones we picked up.
Really? English.
I know. Only 5% of the world's population is a native English speaker. But when you factor in those who've acquired it as a second language, nearly 1/3 of the people speak it. The world's dominant lingua franca. You gotta figure they had it somewhere among all the languages in that place.
No English.
No way.
Bear in mind, we didn't hear everything that was played in that room. We couldn't isolate the more distant sounds due to static, and the program could have been set to change every day. In a nutshell, for reasons unknown, people in that room with a common medical condition were made to listen to recordings in languages from around the world. It's not clear how the growths on their chests fit into it. It could have been treatment for them, or maybe an experiment of some kind.
I'm guessing one person knows.
Yeah, Skullface. He was there. The only thing we can say for sure is that he's involved.
这什么？外接喇叭，还有这东西。哦，这个可以。
We were lucky to get our hands on that cyborg arm developer. There's no one in Diamond Dogs who can so much as maintain that thing.
Bionic arm, not cyborg, if you go by what he calls it. But you're right, the East is light years ahead in bionics. They can even detect through the skin the slight electrical signals from the brain that order muscles to move. The Soviet Union completed their first bionic arm capable of doing that back in the 60s. Although I guess that news didn't really reach the West.
No kidding. Zadornov's was the only one I ever saw. Quite a shock to see it for the first time.
And it was no mean feat to get hold of Snake's arm. I couldn't get one for you at the time, but you know, now...
Forget it. I've no intention of relying on bionics. Right now I need to keep the pain fresh in my mind.
Well, it's your decision. But don't you find it
他给你再做一个。
Not a bit. But the phantom pain, it never lets up. Do you know how many men I saw die that day? There's nothing we can do to bring them back. And you expect me to care about getting a measly arm and leg back? Sorry,
要变很强了。
but my pain
生化
belongs
死
to
掉。
all our dead comrades. I'll keep living with it for their sake. It'll guide me straight and true until I've gotten them the vengeance they deserve.
那这样要怎么报仇啊？
Diamond Dog's intel team specializes in information gathering, mainly human and SIGINT. They plant scouts and moles in the field. These operatives will blend into the local populace and work under the guise of a resident, or disguise themselves as travelers and ask around for information. They observe targets using various hidden bugs, cameras, and transmitters, and by tapping their satellite and phone communications. Analyzing all this information creates a clear picture of how wars and the PF's fighting them are changing. This data can also be used for threat assessment when deciding whether to accept contracts from certain clients. And during missions, The intel team keeps track of target locations and produces FOM predictions, reporting mission-critical information based on real-time remote observation of changes in the AO. What you hear from us over the radio is based on how we interpret the data gathered at the command platform. However, intel team operatives go unarmed in almost all situations to avoid revealing themselves to the enemy. Some will carry a knife, but most have nothing at all. As such, don't expect them to help you take on heavily armed adversaries like PF soldiers. Think of them as entirely passive in the hot zone. Plus, they use all manner of techniques to remain inconspicuous in the field. If you ever spot one, you'll have some serious explaining to do. So remember, their specialty is espionage. They may not be of use in a firefight, but when it comes to intel, they're pros.
哦，这么听完了。为什么？感应周遭生物一段时间。服用后会进入反应模式，就是别人发现你的时候，然后在那边反应很久那样子，这不错哎，2星哦，这3星哎，这个制作型命中。啊，这个做一下好了。开始更新4万块哦，愤怒之蝶。我已经72亲密度了，啊。这就算了，为什么？弹幕装备，防卫小组是蛮难的。这个防卫小组20，然后主要是这个运气，X8。哎。什么条件让出击
Please select a land heading to Afghanistan. 啊，上不了站台喽！下飞机的登台。大概射多久啊？这个会过热吗？不会，会爆炸吧？
OK， 如果喜欢我的话，赶紧追随，就求观众可以按订阅或喜欢，追踪我的频道什么时候会开，什么时候会上传新的影片。那我是小火，我们下次见，拜拜。